Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Tanya and I love reading, of course. I made this account in the hopes to connect with people who like to read as much as I do. This is the first video of 2026 that I'm filming, so a very happy new year. I hope everyone has a very happy and healthy 2026. I feel like there's no better way to start off the year than by filming my January TBR, and that's exactly what we'll be doing. This poor little baby has been neglected for a while and I am very excited to pull out some prompts to help me pick my January TBR. I hope everyone had a fantastic beginning to the year. I have just spent my last week sort of recuperating, reading, relaxing, planning ahead for the month and all those good things, and now I'm back to filming and creating some content for everyone. I started off the year reading The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and that was such a long time coming. It's been on my TBR for so long and I was like, let me pick this up and finish it off. It did help that I was buddy reading it with one of my very good friends. And yeah, I loved that book. It was such a great book, very well written, very well portrayed. It was amazing. I don't want to waste too much time yapping. We have lots to do, we have lots to read, so let me just quickly sit down and pick up the first prompt. I really need to update this with more prompts. I will probably do that before the next month, but for now I'm going to pick my prompts out of this to help me pick my January TBR. Okay guys, so it's time to pick prompt number 1 for the video, and let me just shake it around a bit. Okay, I'm really hoping I get some good books to read this month because I am really in the mood to read. I've also started the 75 book challenge on my Instagram. I will be doing it for the next 75 days and today is day 1. So we have a lot of reading to get through, we have a lot of books to get through, and I'm very, very, very excited. If you didn't know, the 75 book challenge is a challenge started by Emily Page over on Instagram. Basically, for the next 75 days, one is supposed to do 2 45-minute reading sessions, and one cannot be in bed. So you can also use audiobooks and do immersive reading, so that's a plus. The second rule is that you have to finish a bottle of water with every reading session, which is great because I forget to drink water, especially in the middle of work or I'm doing other things. My water intake is abysmal, so I feel like this will really help me. The third rule is that you're supposed to track everything in a reading journal, a physical reading journal, and on top of that track it either on Fable and Goodreads. So since I'm very bad with tracking my reading, I completely forget to do that every time. I feel like this will really help me to stay in touch with what I've read. It'll also help me to organize my thoughts about everything because I am a reader who will read books and I will forget them. Literally, if you ask me 6 months down the line what I read 6 months ago, I'm very bad. I have a very bad memory. So I feel like this will really help me to stay on track and help me sort of remember everything I've read and what I felt. So that's great. And the fourth rule is a book buying ban, which sounds impossible, but I'm gonna try and follow it for January because I feel like we have enough books already to read for January, and January, no new releases as such are coming out. However, in Feb and March, I do have a lot of anticipated books that are releasing. So I will probably make those an exception, and beyond those, I will not buy anything new. Also, you can probably thrift books or buy them secondhand. I also am going to the Delhi Book Fair on the 10th of January with some of my friends, so I'm very excited about that. I will definitely be thrifting some books from there. So yeah, having said that, it's time to get into prompt number 1. Let's see what I got. Prompt number 1: a book with multiple POVs. Cute. I like this prompt. It's quite unique, but I have to see. I have so many books to read which have multiple POVs and this is going to be a little bit tough. But give me a second and let me just figure out what all is there on my TBR. Does Quicksilver have multiple POVs? Because that's been on my list for so long. Let me check. Let me see my Kindle list, Kindle TBR list. Honestly, I didn't think this would be this hard. I know Dune has multiple POVs, but I don't think I'm gonna start off January by reading Dune because that is one tough read. Okay, we have Game of Thrones, Six of Crows. I do have the Game of Thrones, but I don't think I'm gonna be reading it right now. I feel like I don't want to read it before he writes the last book, and I don't know when that's gonna be. So after some 100 years, I have found a book which I want to read for this prompt. Though there are a lot of books with multiple POVs, I feel like I'm not ready to read those yet. Like Dune, it's too big of a book and it's too complex of a book to pick it up right now. I will definitely pick it up, but probably later on in the year. For right now, I read this book back in August, I think, August or July last year, called Psycho Shifters by Jasmine Mars. It's a dark paranormal reverse harem bully romance, and honestly, at the time that I read it, I did go through it quite quickly. However, I was not sure how I felt about the book. I mean, it at least didn't make me pick up book number 2 right away. I feel like I needed some time to pick up the second book, and I think that time is now because it is definitely multiple POVs and I do have to finish the series. So that is gonna be my first pick for the prompt, and that is Psycho Fae by Jasmine Mars. Book 2 of the Cruel Shiftverse, and I'm excited to see where the story goes. Honestly, I think I will have to. I think I may need a recap on book number 1, but we'll see. We'll figure that out. That first prompt took way too long for my liking. We're gonna quickly move on to the next prompt. Okay, we got 2. This is the next prompt, number 2. A book based on a true story. Oh Lord. I have no idea. I'll have to search this one up. Okay, I have been meaning to read Tuesdays with Maury, but I don't have that book, and unfortunately I cannot buy it for the next 75 days, so that's out of the question. Unfortunately, I don't think I own anything based on a true story. I think I'm gonna not do this prompt because I don't have anything which is based on a true story, and I'm on a book buying ban. So this we will keep on the side, and I'm gonna pick another prompt. Ready for prompt 2. Please hope it's a good one. A thriller. Okay, I know which one to do. I've been meaning to read The Housemaid because I have to watch the movie also, and it is available on Kindle Unlimited, so I do have it with me. I'm gonna just probably pick that one up and call it a day. I have never ever read any Frida McFadden. This is gonna be my first Frida McFadden, and I'm very excited. I was supposed to pick it up last month, but I had no time to pick it up. This is the story of my life. But yes, it is available in Kindle Unlimited, so that's good because I don't have to break my book buying ban that way. And it's also been on my TBR for the longest time, so I think now is a good time as any to pick it up because I also want to catch the movie in the theaters before it goes off. So yeah, that's gonna be my pick 2 for the prompt, which is a thriller. I honestly have no idea what the book is about. Every day I clean the Winchesters' beautiful house top to bottom. I collect their daughter from school and I cook a delicious meal for the whole family before heading up to eat alone in my tiny room on the top floor. I try to ignore how Nina makes a mess just to watch me clean it up, how she tells strange lies about her own daughter, how her husband Andrew seems more broken every day. But as I look into Andrew's handsome brown eyes, so full of pain, it's hard not to imagine what it would be like to live Nina's life. The walk-in closet, the fancy car, the perfect husband. I only try on one of Nina's pristine white dresses once, just to see what it's like, but she soon finds out, and by the time I realize my attic bedroom door only locks from the outside, it's far too late. But I reassure myself, the Winchesters don't know who I really am. They don't know what I'm capable of. Okay, that didn't tell me much, but I'm excited all the same. I've heard so much about this book. People have been raving about it, and one of my favorite actors is starring in the movie. That's Brandon Sklenar, and I love him. I first watched him in 1923. I think that's what it was called. The Western TV show with Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren. Oh my god, that was such a great show. If you have not seen it and if you're into Westerns, you should definitely check that out. That was so good. Like one of my favorite shows that I saw last year. But yeah, I loved him in that and I'm obsessed with him. So I will definitely be watching The Housemaid, and for that I have to read the book first. We're done with 2 prompts out of 6 for this video, and it's time to pick the third one. Also, please guys, if you have any prompt recommendations, please do list them down in the comments below. I go crazy trying to search for new and unique prompts, and I could definitely use some help with those. Okay, time to pick prompt number 3. Okay, I love it. The prompt is that the book has a map. Exciting, because there are lots of books I love to read that have maps, especially fantasy books. So, and we have a lot of fantasy books on the TBR right now, so let's see which one to pick. This one out. This poor book has been shuffling around in my TBR for the last, I think, 3 months. This has featured in my last 2 TBR videos, and I've not managed to give this one a go yet, but I will be giving it a go this month, 100%. Like, no chance that I'm not reading this. So this is what I'm going to be picking for a book that has a map. I think it does have a map, right? Oh yeah, it does, and it's so pretty. And I'm very excited to read this now. I'm actually currently reading Red Rising by Pierce Brown, and that also has a map. I could have counted that also, but I feel like I'm already done with like 30% of the book, so that would be like sort of cheating. So we are going to be picking up Quicksilver for this prompt. I'm not going to read the back because I've read it a million times to you guys, and I'm sure by now most of us would have read this book already. And I don't want to honestly read it again. I want to now go in blind and see how I like the book. So yes, this is my book for prompt number 3, and I'm very excited to give this one a go. Time for the 4th prompt, and let's see what I get. I hope it's a good one. Oh, did I give it to you, Ulta? A sweet and fluffy romance. That's cute. I like that. I have a lot of cute romances on my list. Okay, the first book when I searched for some cute and fluffy and sweet romances, the first title that came up was The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood, and I have that book sitting on my shelf, and my friend has been after my life to read it as well. So I think it's a sign that we should and must pick it up this month. Let me just take it out. Okay, here you go. This is The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood, and I have been meaning to read it. Again, I've never picked up Ali Hazelwood before, and I've heard she's a great author, and I've been meaning to read all her books. So I think this is where I'm gonna start from. I have no idea what this book is about. This is what came up when I searched a cute, fluffy, sweet romance. So let me just read the back. When a fake relationship between scientists meets the irresistible force of attraction, it throws one woman's carefully calculated theories on love into chaos. As a third-year PhD candidate, Olive Smith doesn't believe in lasting romantic relationships, but her best friend does, and that's what got her into the situation. Convincing Anne that Olive is dating and well on her way to a happily ever after was always going to take more than hand-wavy Jedi mind tricks. Scientists require proof, so like any self-respecting biologist, Olive panics and kisses the first man she sees. That man is none other than Adam Carlson, a young hotshot professor and well-known ass. Which is why Olive is positively floored when Stanford's reigning lab tyrant agrees to keep her charade a secret and be her fake boyfriend. And when a big science conference goes haywire, putting Olive's career on the Bunsen burner, Adam surprises her again with his unyielding support and even more unyielding 6 back abs. Suddenly, their little experiment feels dangerously close to combustion, and Olive discovers that the only thing more complicated than a hypothesis on love is putting her own heart under the microscope. That's cute. Okay, I don't mind reading this one. So this will go on my TBR for January, and it's gonna be the pick for the prompt, a sweet and fluffy romance. This month is shaping up to be a good one. We've got a cute, diverse variety of genres up until now. We have a fantasy, we have a thriller, now we have a romance, and we have a reverse harem as well. So that's exciting. I'm quite liking this month, and I'm currently also reading Red Rising, which is a sci-fi, so I feel like I'm almost covering all genres this month, which is very exciting, and it's part of my reading goals for this year. So yeah, we are done with 4 prompts out of the 6 for my January TBR, and it's time to pick prompt number 5. We're doing very well so far. We've got a mix of genres up in here, and I am very excited to see what the next prompt is going to be. Okay, is it again here? Okay, the next prompt is closest to exactly 400 pages. Now that's a good prompt, and I'm sure we have a lot of books which are close to 400 pages. So let me just quickly see. Closest to 400 pages. Okay, let me quickly see how many pages is City of Bones. 483, no. Okay, this is more than 500 pages, so this is not gonna do. Okay, this is one option. This is Nightshade by Autumn Woods, and it's 395 pages. It's pretty close to 400, but I'm sure I do have more books which are closer to 400. This is... okay, no, this is even shorter. Oh, I didn't know this is this short. This is 270. This is 278 pages. Okay, wait, I just wanted to show my cute little book stamp. I got this last year, and it's so cute. I think I'm gonna start stamping all my books now. Okay, I guess we're not being able to find any other book which is beating this one. So this is 395 pages, and I think it is as close to 400 as we're gonna get. So I'm gonna pick this one for this prompt. It's called Nightshade by Autumn Woods. I've seen this all over social media, especially on Instagram, and I've been meaning to pick this up for so long. I finally picked this one up in December. I will also be uploading like a book haul on my Instagram, so stay tuned for that. However, for now, I'm gonna just read the back of the book. He'd burned down the world for her, but she plans to burn his to the ground. Ophelia Winters wants revenge. Isolated in the Scottish Highlands, Sorosong University only welcomes students from the most powerful families. Ophelia doesn't belong, but a rare scholarship grants her the perfect opportunity to investigate the accidental death of her parents near the castle grounds. Things get off to a rocky start when she runs afoul of the mysterious Alex Corbu-Green, son of her prime suspect. As far as she's concerned, he's just a younger version of his billionaire father, a monster hiding beneath a beautiful facade. When an unknown tormentor begins to stalk Ophelia, she realizes she may not be able to survive Sorosong on her own. Okay, wait, let me just... It's a little sticker which is covering the writing. Where did I put these stickers? Okay. When she realizes she may not be able to survive Sorosong on her own, Alex becomes her unexpected ally and her alibi for murder. But as she starts falling for the soft heart that hides beneath his exterior, her hunger for revenge wavers for the first time. Can she really bring herself to destroy everything he's ever known? Mystery, murder, revenge. Welcome to Sorosong University, and I'm very excited to be here. I'm so excited. Maybe I will pick this up next, but I'm definitely going to be picking it up for this prompt, and I will definitely be reading all the books on my TBR this month. So yeah, this is my pick 5 for the prompt, closest to exactly 400 pages. It's time to pick the 6th and final prompt of this video, and it's shaping up to be quite a good one, quite a good lineup. So the sixth prompt of this video is has been adapted into a movie slash show. Okay, we have a couple of options for that. I think one is definitely the second part of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I picked up A Good Girl's Guide to Murder last year in October, loved it, and I'm supposed to pick up the second part soon. So that is definitely one option. Let me see. But since I'm already reading a thriller, I don't want to pick up more than one thriller a month because I'm not that much of a thriller girly. But let me see. If I find nothing else, then we will pick that one up. Does it have to be adapted already, or it can also be in the process? Okay, we have two options for this prompt, and these are two books that I should have already read, and I should be embarrassed that I haven't read them yet. And that's okay. We're gonna probably read one of them this month for sure. The first book is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I was supposed to read this last year, but obviously I didn't get the time to. That's like, I feel like my life story the past couple of months. And the second one is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, and I have been meaning to get to this also for so long. Both have already been adapted into movies, and a new movie based on Wuthering Heights is going to come out in Feb. So I think this is the perfect time to pick this book up as well. Now I'm very confused as to which one to pick up. How many pages are these books? Should I read Wuthering Heights or Pride and Prejudice first? Choose Pride and Prejudice for witty romance, social commentary, and a lighter, more humorous tone with relatable characters, but pick Wuthering Heights if you prefer dark, passionate, gothic drama, intense obsessions, and a haunting, nature-filled setting with challenging, morally grey characters. So obviously you know which one I'm picking. I think I'm gonna go with Wuthering Heights first. Okay, we've made our pick. Let me just quickly go over the back. If all else perished and he remained, I should still continue to be. And if all else remained and he were annihilated, the universe would turn to a mighty stranger. Published in 1847, Emily Bronte's only novel Wuthering Heights is an evergreen classic, a passionate tale of love between Catherine Earnshaw and Heathcliff. The novel challenged Victorian ideals of morality, class, religion, and gender inequality. Heathcliff, an orphan brought to Wuthering Heights by Mr. Earnshaw, represents the quintessential Byronic hero, brooding and enigmatic, whose social status is foregrounded by his lack of a first name. Spurned by Catherine and humiliated by her brother Hindley, Heathcliff leaves the Heights only to return later as a revenge-seeking, wealthy and polished man. Catherine chooses to marry Edgar Linton, an antithesis to Heathcliff. What follows is a series of disastrous events in which the characters are consumed by their tragic fate. Cute. So I think I will pick this one up for prompt number 6, which is has been adapted into a movie slash show. Let me quickly recap all the prompts that I got. My first prompt was a book with multiple POVs, and for that I picked Psychofae by Jasmine Mas. Very excited for that one. Prompt number 2 was a thriller, and for that I picked The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, my first ever Frida McFadden. Super excited about that too. The prompt number 3 has a map, and for that I picked up Quicksilver by Callie Hart. Prompt number 4 was a sweet and fluffy romance, and for that I picked up The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. And prompt number 5 was closest to exactly 400 pages, and for that one I picked up Nightshade by Autumn Woods. And for the final and last prompt number 6, which has been adapted into a movie slash show. For that I picked up Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. Very excited. So there you go guys, we have our 6 picks for the video and for the month of January, and I could not have asked for a better lineup. Honestly, I think we've got a little bit of everything in there, and I love that. We have a classic, we have a reverse harem, we have a fantasy, we have a fluffy and cute romance, and we also have a thriller. So I think we're starting off 2026 with a great bang, and as you can see, I am very excited to pick these books up. and finish them this month, which I will definitely be doing because I am also doing the 75 hard challenge. As I said, I feel like I will definitely make time every day and sit down and read for 45-minute long sessions. I think 2 45-minute long sessions every day, and I am quite looking forward to that, not gonna lie. So yes, this is a great start to 2026 and I cannot wait to create more content, read more books, and I will see you guys for the next video. Bye!